Well, here we go. Week well, it's not week 3, it's episode 3. I think it's been 12 days since I was on here trying to do this weekly or a little bit more often, but once again, the old CMI brain just didn't work. So I tried to get on here the other day, and it takes a lot to get in there. I know what I'm doing, but it just took me 20 minutes to get this up and live. I don't know why. So yes, I'm a New York Jets fan. It is Monday Night Football. Roo-rah! And I did make some notes so I can make this one a little bit longer, a little bit better. Um, they told me I could do these lives on my phone. They forgot to tell me I needed to have 300 or 500 or 50 um, people sign up to watch me. So I guess until I get that many viewers, we're going to be stuck with this laptop here. I was going to show you my um, um, there you go. See, I'll pause there. My eBay area. So I'm actually doing pretty well. I'm up to 85 listings. I think I've sold 10 items now. So making a little scratch. The best part is all this stuff behind me is starting to go away. But so the progress in retiring now that we are inside. So today is the 15th. So 358 days, I guess, till my target retirement next September. And a couple things we found out. I did get a letter, and somebody offered me 85% of the house value of my house. I was wondering what when these people that walk in and want to write you a check would offer me. So, yeah, 85% by the time you pay all the other fees and everything. You're probably going to be pretty close to that with realtors, but we'll have to see how that goes. Um, so we're making progress on do we want to keep the house? Do we want to sell a house? Do we want to buy another house? Um, I was really set on selling the house. Then I'm kind of now leaning back to keeping the house. Um, so looking at other things. I don't think my HOA will let me turn this into an Airbnb, which that would work. That would pay the bills. But they just yelled at me for having my camper here. Now we're not allowed to have campers here, but we have. We're supposedly allowed to have camper one night before we go camping. That's what I do. I bring it in on Thursday night, and we get it, all the refrigerators and everything turned on and get it ready to go. So the next day we load it up and get out of here for a long weekend. Speaking of that, we did go on a couple camping trips since I last talked to you. We went with my one daughter up to a nice campground, and then we camped at my son's house. Actually, he's been a couple. And then we camped with my son and at his backyard because he owns a couple acres, and just visited with the family. It was kind of a nice weekend like that. And then we just me and the wifey took a few minutes and just went off and went for a 3 day little into the Indiana State Forest. Just a wonderful place to go, and it is primitive, but we have a generator and everything, so we can turn the generator on in the morning after 9 o'clock. I don't want to wake anybody up while they're sleeping in, and that way the coffee can be made because coffee really beats up on the batteries if we try to run the coffee maker without the batteries or without the generator running. I know it's the important things in life, got to have your coffee in the morning. So we had an absolutely wonderful time. Took a couple walks, relaxed. The puppy had a good time. So maybe one of these days, Benchy will be around and you can see him too. But so we went camping, had a good time. So got to practice a little bit of this being retired thing. But did have a little medical thing actually tomorrow. The old wifey's got to have some surgery on her knee, just out of the blue. Somehow she got a infection in her knee, and just one day started to hurt. A couple days later, she couldn't walk, and now we're having surgery tomorrow. So just never know what's going to happen to you. I don't know if it's because we're old or just because it happened. Also, found out that we are going to, one of my kids are going to adopt some children. And so that's going to be exciting. So our tribe of 10 grandchildren is now turning to 12 grandchildren. Don't know if I said that last time or not, but So we're having a good time. So we're just getting bigger. I told him we need to ease up there. The old man, Santa Claus here, getting a lot of presents over his back. He's gonna fall down or not be able to go there. So, but like I said, we're making progress with the eBay, and the eBay is one of the things to do as a little side hustle. So I've been watching several gentlemen talk about side hustles that you can do as a retiree. Um, you know, and now mine's a little bit harder because I want to be traveling. So if I was here, no, that's real easy. I can mow, I can deliver stuff, I can do all kinds of stuff. So side hustles is not a big deal for me, um, but it is if I want to travel and be gone for 2 months or 3 months at a pop and then come back. So that's why the eBay. I'm trying to figure out what my niche can be, and can I keep enough of that in my vehicle? Because that's the problem is if you got something old that sells, you gotta have it with you. So right now, that would be awful hard with what I have, but I'm learning on those bigger things, and I'm going to try to work into some small items. Have nothing maybe bigger than the ships in a 6x6 box, because that's what works best for me. Um, but I guess that's just kind of the update from where we're at. So we are moving forward. We did have a good week the last couple days, and a couple more struggles. Trying to think what the struggle bug was the other day that I tried. Um, really challenged my brain. Well, setting this stupid thing up always challenged my brain to do that. But what was I doing? I was doing something the other day. And it's like, can't do that anymore. But I am part of the LEADS program, which is I don't know what it stands for actually anymore, but they do check for early onset Alzheimer's. But so if you ever need to have a good place to get some free information about what's going on in your brain, that would be a good place to go. The LEADS program out of Indianapolis, Indiana, at IU Health Center. But I guess that's about it for today. So we're at 7 minutes. And like I told my son the other day, I said, I can go out and talk on these things for an hour and a half with my brother or my son. But when I get out here by myself, I tend to forget all the things, even though I made notes here. I forget the things that I really want to say, and I'm going to have to make better notes during the week as things pop up into my brain. So, well, you have a great week, and we'll see you hopefully here in just a few days instead of 11 days.